This week on Inside Boulder News. This nonprofit organization celebrates 100 years of service to the community. As students get ready to go back to school, these college kids get prepared for emergency situations. And we'll tell you why the city will be stepping up enforcement around crosswalks. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your source for all things Boulder. I'm Jocelyn Avendaño. Moving week for CU Boulder students is just days away. This week, resident advisors from the Williams Village student neighborhood spent a busy day learning about fire safety and how to lead effectively during emergencies as students head back to school for the year. For nearly 20 years, Boulder's Fire Rescue has been attending CU Boulder's RA Academy, a day dedicated to educate resident advisors and hall directors all about dorm room fire safety.
There have been across the United States campus fire deaths where students have died, on campus and off campus fire deaths, and we wanted to have that not be part of our story here in Boulder.
Students rotated through different stations learning about things such as emergency medical services and fire extinguisher training.
We actually have them go through a theater smoke-filled hallway, and that is just really to push it home that smoke comes real quickly, and so at the first sign or first time someone hears a fire alarm, they need to evacuate quickly.
The Fire Academy turned out to be a valuable experience for everyone who attended.
Yeah, I think it's really good to get to know the people that are on the other line of when we're calling 911, especially for first-year RAs who might not have called 911 ever before. So I think that's really beneficial too.
The unique partnership between CU Boulder and the city's fire rescue has turned into a curriculum many universities nationwide follow, and is also taught at the National Fire Academy for Fire Safety.
So we feel very fortunate to have that professional relationship with CU because I think it's best for our whole community when we work together to help students take charge of their own safety and work with them to figure out how to navigate through college years.
The Emergency Family Assistance Association is a community-based safety net organization that has been helping families in need across Boulder since 1918. Just recently, the organization celebrated its 100th year anniversary. Since 1918, the Emergency Family Assistance Association, or EFAA, has been helping families in Boulder with basic needs. Over the years, the organization has expanded its services to provide housing assistance as well as case management to better serve the community. This organization was founded during a time of hardship in Boulder.
We had the end of World War I at that point. Some folks weren't coming home at all. Family structures had changed. The economy was affected significantly at that time.
Dangerous occupations like the mining boom left a lot of widows and orphans in the Boulder community. The Spanish influenza was also affecting families not just nationwide, but locally as well.
At that point, it was very clear that some families were struggling, and it was a group of faith-based organizations and actually a women's association who came together and said, we can do better. We can meet some of these needs and help each other out.
Fast forward to today, EFAA has helped hundreds of thousands of families in need in Boulder County. It is an organization that was built by the community for the community.
It's very important to have an organization like this because if we weren't here, folks might go without, and that's the risk that we serve. EFAA receives no federal funding. We're all community supported. We have 700 volunteers and 3,000 donors each year. And together, we come together under this principle or idea of neighbors helping neighbors.
The help, support, and hours contributed by EFAA's 700 volunteers is equivalent to a value of $500,000. Mark Biggers has been volunteering for EFAA for the last 10 years.
It's a wonderful organization to volunteer for because they provide you plenty of direction so you know what to do, but not too much oversight so you don't feel like you're being overmanaged. For me personally, I just feel good about it. You're helping people out who are in need.
We're excited to celebrate our 100-year anniversary, and one of the things that we recognize is that need is constant, and therefore so too must be EFAA.
To learn more about EFAA, and if you think you may qualify for this assistance program, please visit efaa.org. Next week, the City of Boulder will step up enforcement around crosswalk safety ordinances. The Heads Up campaign is a part of a larger effort to reduce or eliminate collisions involving pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles. There are many ways to get around Boulder. Whether cycling through town, taking a stroll down the street, or cruising down one of Boulder's avenues, these methods of transportation have one thing in common: crosswalks. Next week, city law enforcement will start cracking down on traffic laws revolving around street safety.
Boulder's Heads Up campaign focuses on crosswalk safety for all users, motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians. And the goal is to introduce and educate users and reduce collisions in and around crosswalks in Boulder.
The Heads Up campaign is part of a much broader effort called Vision Zero, which is a community partnership to implement safety strategies among the broader Boulder community.
While the city's Vision Zero goals is to eliminate traffic-related deaths and serious injuries, the Heads Up campaign specifically focuses on traffic safety around crosswalks.
In 2016, over 3,000 collisions were reported that resulted in injuries and fatalities. The city hopes that education and community attention can ultimately eliminate these problems.
The Heads Up campaign is so important because it's our primary safety campaign in the city, and we work towards making transportation safe for all users within the city.
The Heads Up campaign will run from August 27th through the 31st, and again in September from the 17th to the 21st. City staff and Boulder Police Department will be at various crosswalks around the city, reminding people of the Heads Up safety message, which is to always be aware at all times.
People can find more information about the campaign at bouldertransportation.net, and feel free to stop by at any of our enforcement weeks.
Protect your pups. Boulder Police Animal Protection is hosting a low-cost vaccination and licensing clinic on August 25th. The Animal Protection Unit will be hosting a vaccine clinic at the Valmont City Dog Park. This is being hosted with the Boulder Humane Society, where for $10 you can get your pet vaccinated, dog or cat. Services will also be available to renew or purchase your dog license for the City of Boulder. The Colorado Pet Pantry will also be in attendance, providing free dog and cat food as well as free pet supplies. Cats will need to be in a carrier and dogs on their leashes when they receive services. The clinic will be hosted on Saturday, August 25th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Valmont City Dog Park. Vaccinations will be given on a first-come, first-served basis. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. If you have pictures, news tips, or events you'd like to see featured, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe. Have a good week.